Assalamu alaikum students. Today I'm going to teach you how to do interpretation of regression analysis. To see whether the overall model is significant or not, we see in the ANOVA table the sig value. You see this sig value? If it is less than 0.05, then the model is overall significant. Okay. Next we see the R value. You see the R value over here, it's 0.85. What does it indicate? It actually shows the multiple correlation between the dependent variable and the model. In this case, we have 0.485 correlation between the youth financial behavior and the independent variables. Okay. Now next is the R square value. If we have only one independent and one dependent variable in the model, we read the R square value. But if we have independent variables multiple in numbers and dependent variable only one, then we read adjusted R square. In the model, you can see there are multiple independent variables and one dependent variable. So we will read this value, which is 0.216. Now, how to interpret this? We will interpret like this: 21.6% of variation in youth financial behavior, which is our dependent variable, is explained by independent variables. Okay, 21.6% of variation in youth financial behavior is explained by independent variables. Okay, now next is a very important thing. You see in the coefficient table, we see if the value sig value is less than 0.05, all those variables will be considered as accepted and significant. Now, out of 4 independent variables, you see PFT found to be insignificant because the value is greater than 0.05. Peer influence also greater than 0.05. So both of them are insignificant. Now you see PFP, parental financial behavior, is less than 0.05. It is significant. And financial knowledge, FK, which is also 0.025. So these parental financial behavior and financial knowledge both are found to be significant. So it means the hypothesis of these two variables are accepted, right? Now, how to interpret this independent variables values? You see, for reporting, you will use the coefficient beta values for reporting purpose. You will write, since the beta value is 0.418, which is less than 0.05, 418, which is less than 0.05, the p value is 0.05, less than therefore, one standardized unit increase in parental financial behavior will increase the youth financial behavior by 0.418 standardized unit. Okay, I'm again repeating. One standardized unit increase in parental financial behavior will increase the youth financial behavior by 0.418 standardized unit. Similarly, for financial knowledge, you will say one standardized unit increases in financial knowledge will increase how much? 0.162 youth financial behavior by standardized unit. I'm again repeating. One standardized unit increase in financial knowledge will increase youth financial behavior by 0.162 standardized unit. Clear? Now, I hope all these interpretation and tables are clear to you all, but one question might be asked that how to write the regression equation. Always remember that you will only incorporate those variable values in the regression equation whose values are found to be significant. You see this, you will not include PFT and PI value in your regression analysis because both are found to be insignificant. So you will only include PFB and FK values in the regression analysis. Okay, and one more thing, you can see all the values are positive. What if the value of parental financial behavior found to be negative over here, minus 0.495? Negative sign does not indicate that it is insignificant. Negative sign shows inverse relationship. That means if one variable is increasing, other will decrease. Okay, now with the positive sign, it means it has direct relationship. If parental financial behavior increases by this number, financial behavior will also increase. Just now I've explained you that one standardized unit of parental financial behavior will increase the youth financial behavior by how much? 0.418 standardized units, right? In case there would be negative sign, so it will be negative relationship. That means one standardized unit of parental financial behavior will decrease youth financial behavior by 0.418. Only if there would be negative sign, then only it will decrease. That shows inverse relationship. I hope it is clear to you all. But since the values are all positive, so it shows direct relationship. Now let me show you how to write regression equation. Now this is regression equation. Youth financial behavior. This is the constant term, 0.544, which is the intercept, right? Plus 0.495. In bracket, you will write parental financial behavior, the value of beta value of parental financial behavior, plus 0.200 financial knowledge. We have taken only these two variables because these two variables values are found to be significant. Rest we have not included. And this is plus, this is the error term, which is very important to include in the regression equation. I hope it is clear to you all. Thank you so much, students.